This was posted by Plan B. Kind of looks like his, stock to flow stuff before. But now this is just measuring 200 weekly moving average and where Bitcoin is now, right? Just like in 2015, we had that bottom around $160. No one believed it. Back then, it was much scarier, right? That's when I got driven out first time in 2014, 2015, right? No one believed it. It hovered there for months. Then it recovered. Same thing in 2018. 2018, we hovered around 3,000, 4,000 for months upon months upon months. No one believed it. And then we recovered, right? So it's always a thing. Like when you hit a bottom, you don't know until you get confirmation later. Once Bitcoin is much higher, then you're like, okay, then that's bottom. But when you're at that bottom, you just don't know. But that's why you don't want to guess. You don't want to chase that bottom. You just DCA along the way, right? But if you look at the very right-hand side where we are right now, it's looking like we want to flip. We're flipping. Actually, not we want to flip. That Bitcoin is already flipping. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good. Now, also other things that support this bottom theory. Well, if you look at this, 80% of the wealth in Bitcoin that has hodled at least 3 months, right? This is part of like one of the hodl waves, and there's many ways to measure a hodl wave, but you look at end of 2012, end of 2015, end of 2018, right? That's when we had over 80% of the wealth in Bitcoin holding over 3 months. And guess where we are? We're right there. We just hit that point, right? So another indicator or model that shows that we have found bottom. And here's another one. This is the same thing, a hodl wave, but this is for 1+ years rather than 3 months. And again, every time the hodl wave gets to a certain point where it kind of, kind of like levels out in a way, right? That's when we have bottom. So, I mean, there's a lot of these things that's indicating that we have found bottom. Obviously, there's a lot of macro factors at play right now, like what's going to happen this week, right? If the FOMC meeting results in a 150 basis point rate hike, which there's no way that's going to happen, but let's say something surprisingly happens like that, U.S. markets would tank. It's going to pull Bitcoin and crypto down with it, right? So there's unexpected macro things that could always happen, but if things are moving forward in line with expectations, then of course Bitcoin can continue to build upon where it is now and get stronger as the holders continue to hold in DCA. And that is why the total number of addresses for Bitcoin continues to go up in one direction, and we now have over 1 billion addresses for Bitcoin. 1 billion addresses. But don't let that confuse you. Not 1 billion people. Nowhere close to 1 billion people that hold Bitcoin, but we definitely do have a growth with addresses, and that's because not only are the holders holding, but there's still new people coming in to Bitcoin. So that's fantastic. If you are new to the space and you're looking to buy your very first Bitcoin, Ethereum, or any other crypto, head over to CryptosRus.com and click on Best Crypto Exchanges. This will give you a list of all the major exchanges out there to choose from.